and that's allowed Nirvana.CN to even up the kill count. Meanwhile, Weaver has finished a Vanguard and has picked up a Cloak of Defiance, so he's getting tankier and tankier. Normally, Weavers don't get a Vanguard, they just get the hood, and then they get the Vitality Booster, and then they get the Radiance and follow the Vitality Booster by tangent into a heart. But looks like, you know, Seeking looks like he doesn't want to do that. And normal cases, I'd prefer that Weaver build, the one I just mentioned, but in this case, there's not too much magical damage by the Scourge team. A lot of their damage is physical. And meanwhile, Starter gets a nice blink in, and wow, just an insta-kill on the Weaver. What a great initiation. I could barely follow that, but Starter blinked in, gets a crush. Clock gets a hook in, and, you know, blink by the Earthshaker, and they killed the Weaver, they killed the tower, and looks like they want to go for Roshan.
Invisibility.
Alright. So, 11 to 10, but I think Weaver is okay with being ganked that one time. I mean, they lost the mid tower, which is very bad, but he already has his Radiance. He picked up his Vanguard. I think he just picked up that Cloak a little while ago. So, yeah. Looking good for Nirvana.CN nonetheless. They just have to make sure Weaver's in position now that they see the Earthshaker and the Slaughter both have Blink Daggers. Weaver has to be a little bit more cautious. They can't just send the Weaver in by himself to push the lane back and get farm. And I think Mineski, I think they have to be a little bit more aggressive. Try to get some more ganks. Nirvana.CN is doing a very good job, and so much map vision. They have Vengeful Spirits, Howl of Terror, they have Beastmaster's Hawk, they even have Power Shot to help sight, and they have Swarm, which is a lot of map vision. So Nirvana.CN is not getting ganked. Of course, that Weaver just died, but primarily most of Mineski's kills have been in team fights, have come about through team fights. Meanwhile, most of Nirvana.CN's kills have been from ganks by them to kill Mineski heroes. So
Boom, there it goes.
it looks pretty good for Mineski in terms of team fight, but you can't expect them to always have perfect positioning, and once Enigma gets up his BKB, that team fight's gonna get a hell of a lot harder. Let me tell you that. Looks like the Dire team smokes up, but looks like the Weaver senses something amiss. Maybe there was a hawk there, I couldn't see it, but he just teleports out, farms the top lane where there are a bunch of creeps, so maybe he's just farming that lane for the hell of it. So a little bit of a waste of time for Mineski. They're not going to get any heroes in this gank, but let's see if they're going to go for Roshan. I doubt it, but if they were to go for Roshan, now's the time, because the Sentinel team is completely out of position to help pick off the Roshan, and Slaughter amplify damage just means Roshan will go down so fast. Looks like they're going to expect a team fight though, because all 5 of the Radiant heroes are here, along with all 5 of the Dire heroes. But Mirana says, fuck that, I don't want to die, and is going to TP mid and farm. And meanwhile, the Dire can't really fight without their Mirana. They need all of the heroes they can once the Weaver is with the team, because Weaver just does too much fucking damage and can survive very long. So Rockets are going to harass down the Radiant for a little bit. Ice Blast, or no, that was Howl of Terror. Howl of Terror animation is just sick. I think it's one of the cooler animations. But Invisibility on Slaughter managed to get him. Ice Blast is going to help. It won't do too much damage, but it prevents regen and provides a shatter. Meanwhile, a Black Hole catches so many heroes. 3 heroes, 4 heroes. Beautiful blink in by Banana. And that Black Hole, wow. 3 heroes die for the Scourge. Slaughter, Ancient Apparition, Earthshaker all die in exchange for the Beastmaster, and now Clockwork will die as well. So wow, that Black Hole was pretty fucking epic. And you know, that's the risk you take when you lose the Vengeful Spirit and the Enigma, and there aren't too many other BKB heroes. They couldn't really pick a Doom. They already had too many melees. So you know, that's what's gonna happen. Enigma's gonna get very good positioning for his Blink Dagger Black Hole, and if he catches the Earthshaker and catches the Slaughter, then there's not really too much that the Dire can do to stop the Black Hole. And once he gets his Blink Dagger, Enigma's going to be even more unstoppable. So looks like Seeking got hit by an arrow there, but he's just going to Radiant Swarm, do a little bit of harassment on the Mirana. Ice Blast is going to hit the Seeking. Yep, he hits the Sea King. Sea King's gonna go back to base now, healed up. Nope, looks like he's just gonna regen off. And it looks like the Priestess has agility treads. I'm not too familiar with that item on the top left. The item icons will take me a little while to get used to it, but I've been able to. A little bit surprising because I expected myself to say, "What the fuck is that item?" I don't know, man. What the fuck is that item? I don't know. So I'm a little surprised that I haven't been able to recognize these items. Clock managed to pick up a Cloak of Defiance, prevent some of that magical damage, but I think a lot of the DPS is going to come from the Weaver doing a lot of right-click damage when Enigma hits his black hole. So yeah, 14 to 12. Nirvana.CN has a tower advantage. They have the Weaver. Slaughter pretty much only has that Vanguard BKB as my screen freezes. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. My screen froze. Yeah, I don't really know how else to say it, but that's what happens. So yeah, screen froze, so let's get back into this game. So it's been a minute, but let's see. Weaver still has his Radiance, his Cloak of Defiance, his Vanguard, and he still has 2,400 gold. I'll be interested to see what he picks up, maybe. He looks like he picked up a Reaver. Oh, he probably had 3,400, so he picked up the Reaver. So he's not going to finish that Hood of Defiance. He's going to probably sell it and then get the Vitality Booster and get the Heart or something like that. He'll hold on to it until he needs some DPS, because even with the Radiance, he does a lot of DPS, but like plus 60 damage, and that's pretty much all the damage he's doing at the moment is through that and his Gemini attack, which is a significant amount of DPS. But what it comes down to right now is the black hole. Yes, I'm talking about the black hole. And meanwhile, we see Nirvana.CN is smoking up. So let's see what's going to happen right here. We see the crow flying away. It's got smoked up, and looks like Weaver's going to pick up a double damage rune. Let's see how Mineski's response is. They respond with enough smoke themselves, and they're kind of splitting up with their smoke. I'm not really sure what they hope to accomplish with this, but fortunately Nirvana.CN is going to smoke in for the jungle. They're not going to probably find anybody there. They did pick up the rune. Weaver does have double damage. Meanwhile, the bottom lane's getting pushed down for Mineski. So, yeah, I mean, so Nirvana.CN is still looking good, but I haven't checked the items on the palm in a while. Meanwhile, Ancient Apparition managed to pick up the mechanism, has some wards, bracer, and some boots. Drops an observer ward right there. Slaughter has the blink dagger. He has picked up an ogre axe. So once he gets his BKB and once palm gets a little bit more damage, then Nirvana.CN might be a little bit worried, but Slaughter blinks in with a nice stun. Fissure drop by the Earthshaker. Black hole catches a bunch of heroes, but not the Slaughter or anybody else. Meanwhile, a lot of damage is going on the Slaughter. I think he got ulted by the palm ultimate, but a nice power shot by KSSS catches him, and meanwhile the teamfight keeps bugging out. Enigma does fall, but here comes the Weaver. Weaver's on cleanup duty, and he's doing a lot of damage. Beastmaster is surely going to be the next one to die. No, Beastmaster is not dying. Come on, Murata. You had to hit him once. You had to hit him once. What the hell, dude? Meanwhile, Ancient Apparition gets a Shackle Shot. KSSS gets another kill. Palm's taking a lot of damage from KSSS. I don't know what Jules is doing, but Jules falls for his attempt. He managed to kill the Vengeful Spirit, but trading a Fawn for a Vengeful Spirit is never a trade you want to do under any circumstance. So well fought by OK.Nirvana.CN. Beastmaster got away with very low HP, and notice the theme in these battles. Weaver's not dying, and either Slaughter or Bottom is dying. So, although two semi-carries can potentially out-carry the Weaver, when these semi-carries keep dying, they're losing a lot of their lost opportunity cost in farming. And, of course, you know, they don't have anything to stop the black hole. So if Enigma can get a black hole, that last black hole was probably one of the worst black holes that Enigma has thrown down this entire game. And still, they won the team fight, and that's just because Mineski's sort of scrambling about a bit, I think. That's probably the most. They changed their focus of their targets. They let other people run away when they shouldn't. Of course, a lot of it had to do with Slaughter dying, and Slaughter is their main chase here. But they still have a lot of range with the bottom, with the clock, with the Ancient Apparition Global Nuke, and the Earthshaker having that Blink Dagger. So, Nirvana.CN is looking to be in a good state, but they're not pushing. they're letting the game come to them, which I respect, but eventually, I mean, you don't want to get Slaughter and Palm farmed. I mean, despite the fact that I've been emphasizing that Weaver is the most powerful late game hero in this game, if you have a full stacked Palm and a Slaughter against a full stack Weaver, you know, the Slaughter and Palm combo will win if Enigma somehow doesn't catch either of those two in a black hole, which, you know, in that last fight, I don't think he did, but it didn't matter. He might have caught the bottom, but Slaughter was out of position after he blinked and initiated, and nobody followed up on that. I didn't see the clock hook in. Maybe I just missed it. Maybe I'm just blind. Maybe I'm just stupid. But whatever. So Earthshaker has that blink dagger, has some arcane boots, or were those intreads? I think those are arcane boots on the Earthshaker. Meanwhile, Beastmaster has, you know, some stuff. Oh, I don't know. Weaver is still has that Reaver. He's gonna get Ice Blast for the A, but that didn't really do much because he was at full HP. Meanwhile, Beastmaster is farming it up. He has the pipe, the boots, etc. He's pretty stacked for as far as a Beastmaster goes. You know, Beastmasters get pipe. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick up a Vlad's if he didn't already have a Vlad's, and I just didn't recognize the icon. But Vlad's would be really helpful in pushing down towers. Give your creeps that aura, give some mana regen and a little bit of armor for your team, and most importantly, or not most importantly, but it gives that lifesteal for your creeps, and it gives lifesteal for Slaughter, and Slaughter does benefit quite a bit from the lifesteal, and of course Clockwork and Beastmaster both benefit as well. So Vlad's, I think Beastmaster might have already picked it up, I just couldn't recognize it. Vengeful Spirit pretty much has nothing, has an urn, has a bracer, has some boots. Yeah, I'm not sure what that top left icon is for the Beastmaster. I'm gonna guess it's a Vlad's. But looks like Mineski, you know, they've forayed a bit into the OK.Nirvana territory. They haven't been winning these last team fights as they had been in the past. That's mostly due to the Enigma and the Weaver getting very strong. But, you know, now's the time for Mineski to turtle. And Palm's doing a good thing. He's just pushing the lane. And even though Nirvana managed to pick up a tower, you know, they can't really push for the base because Nirvana's pressuring their bottom lane, forcing them to go back. Meanwhile, Slaughter gets a Blink Crush on the Beastmaster. Shackle Shot goes in. What the fuck, Observer? I am disappointed. Auto camera. I am disappointed. Meanwhile, yeah, so another Blink Crush goes on the Beastmaster as the auto camera decides not to stop being such a little bitch. And the Ice Blast misses because Vengeful Spirit swapped his life. He's going to trade his life for the Beastmaster. A good trade. And Vengeful Spirit will be back eventually. But, yep, he does die to the Slaughter, so good play by the Vengeful Spirit, saving the Beastmaster. Beastmaster, I don't really know what Beastmaster's doing, maybe warding, counter warding, etc. Meanwhile, Potom has picked up that Manta style. So, yeah, that item I couldn't recognize before was an Ultimate Oracle. And Blink Dagger for the Earthshaker has some Sentry Wards, you know, Arcane Boots, pretty standard Earthshaker stuff. So, 44 minutes is game, 32 kills total. Pretty carefully played game, but I still think for the 800th time, you know, I like to repeat myself. I don't like it, but I just do it. So, looks like the Potom picked up the Maelstrom, which is pretty interesting. I wasn't really expecting it. You know, Maelstrom, if it does pretty good AoE damage, gives you some damage, and with the Mithril Hammer, or the Claymore, or whatever it is. I think it's a Mithril Hammer. So, you know, it gives pretty good damage for its cost, but that's pretty much all it does. It gives you a tiny bit of attack speed. The Chainlink Aura isn't too bad, but I think what this really indicates is that Palm wants to get the Mjolnir, or the Mjolnir. Yeah, whatever. Some Norse word that I cannot understand. The Hammer of Thor! So, that, once Palm picks up that, her attack speed and her DPS will be extremely high, and, you know, Weaver's got that heart. He's finishing up the heart. He has that Planeswalker Cloak. He's very tank, but he's starting to fall behind in terms of the damage partner. And once Palm picks up that Mjolnir, I think Palm will actually do a little bit more right click. Now, of course, I still have to be worried about the Enigma because Enigma, Black Hole, Blink, etc. But you know, Slaughter, if he gets a lucky bash, he can disable the BKB from the Enigma. Bash does go through BKB. I don't know if it's been ported, but if most of the Dota 1 mechanics have been ported over to Dota 2, then Bash should go through BKB. You know, Wave of Terror comes in, started with a nice Blink Crush, goes BKB, goes in, tries to hit down the Venture Spirit, Ice Blast hits, but a nice Black Hole from the Enigma catches 2 or 3 people, and Sard does Gaia